In this video, I'd like to show you an example of an ideation process. For this purpose, I have selected a simplified scenario where you just imagine you're a manufacturer of typical kitchen appliances, such as a microwave oven. The management team has decided to push innovation and develop a next generation of microwaves with improved features. We are going to use AI-supported ideation for this project. With this simplified example, you're going to see how the process works and which steps we take. My example case is about microwave oven improvements, feature improvements, and the related ideation process. From an AI side, we have used a large language model. In this case, it's a Llama 3.2 model from Meta. We use local hardware and a local machine with a GPU with 10 gigabytes of VRAM. An ideation process mostly starts with a problem statement. In our case, the question, what are the insufficiencies and the problems that users or manufacturers are facing? A first approach can be simply to ask product management or customers what the problems are. So first thing. Second thing is, of course, we use AI. We prompt the language model to tell us what the current insufficiencies and shortcomings are. For instance, it says, problem is uneven heating. Second problem is lack control over cooking time. Number 3, food quality, nutrient loss. Number 4, noise and vibration. Number 5, cooking flexibility. And 6, safety concerns. In this phase, we generate a larger number of suggestions. It's called the divergence phase. It means we open up the idea space, getting a larger number of options that we can then follow in a next step, narrowing down and getting more specific technically. Now the product team has to make a selection, say which is the most important and most relevant problem that we are going to address. In our case, it's the lack of control over cooking time. In other words, users struggling with setting the correct time for cooking. Here are the responses that the model provided. First one is cavity design, so the design of the microwave chamber itself. There are also suggestions in terms of real-time temperature monitoring, microwave generation, sensing technologies, multi-mode cooking, and a more advanced user interface. At this stage of the process, we get together again. We as consultants, patent attorneys, and the client, and we discuss which option we select, which is the most promising way. In this case, we have selected food sensing technologies, so addressing the problem by improving food sensing technologies. This way, food properties such as moisture level or density can be measured. As you can see, the further we go in our process, the more specific and more technical we get. We again prompted the model to tell us which suitable sensing technologies are available or are suggested. Again, we get suggestions from the model in terms of using thermal imaging cameras, optical fiber sensors, capacitive sensing, or radar sensors. We make a selection here again as a team which way we want to go further. So here we choose thermal imaging camera, which measure surface temperatures and moisture levels using infrared camera technology. Now we even go one step further into even more technical details. Suggested technical components comprise an imaging camera, a processing unit, and a sensor integration module. We get a suggestion where to install and mount the camera, and the image processing should comprise steps such as background subtraction or edge detection. Also, a corresponding method is suggested comprising steps which are suggested to be performed for calculation of the cooking time. Finally, specific embodiments are proposed, which could be used in a later patent application, for instance. This second part of the ideation process is called convergence phase. In this convergence phase, we narrow down the number of seed ideas from the first phase and develop them towards a specific technical use case with a system, technical components, embodiments, advantages. So all the components that you need to make a last step of manual refining technical features, enrich these features with your personal knowledge, with team knowledge and internal knowledge, and compile a final invention description. This invention description is then basis for your patent attorney or us to draft the patent application, which is then filed with the patent office.